Hello everyone, this is a Donarom Monologue podcast. I am your host, Bo, and today, as always, we will be discussing the viability and importance of video games as an artistic medium, and also that they're just wicked cool. And right now, you're probably seeing a lot in the news about nurses and what nurses go through and what a nurse does. Obviously, we're going through a time when nurses are very much needed. And if you're interested in learning more about nursing, achieving a higher education there, insight into what a life is like as a nurse, then we strongly suggest you check out Ashley Luann K on YouTube. You can find a link to her channel at rallynetwork.net or by searching Ashley Luann K on YouTube. So, a few of these monologues ago, I addressed a question that's kind of at the center of Donarom, and that is, why would you want to stay home and play video games? And I'm sitting here, I had just recorded one about the Final Fantasy VIII Remaster, and it was sort of rambling, and I sort of realized after I still think it's good. I still think there's good stuff there, as with every single piece of media you're going to consume from Donarom, a fine product. But I'm sitting here and I was thinking about it and I was like, man, without Don or Luke or Adam here with me, not only does my throat hurt because I'm talking so much, because I try to record a few of these at a time each time, but man, it's getting harder and harder to decide on what to talk about. And so the first thing I do when I'm bored is I just start bored scrolling eBay, because I am a collector at heart. And the thing I'm most guilty of collecting is Kingdom Hearts stuff. And I'm scrolling through it, and suddenly I'm like, man, I'd really like to have that Kingdom Hearts 2 strategy guide. The original one, the special edition one. And so I'm scrolling through looking for that, and, I'm seeing what, because anytime you're looking for something like that, that's an item people obviously bought to use. And so most of these ones I'm looking at are under $15. So when they're under $15, you got to really look at the pictures and the description and stuff like that, see what the seller's rating is. As I'm doing that, I'm thinking, man, this kind of reminds me of when we were going to Disney last year. My family went to Disney. My little girl got to be a princess at Disney. My son got to go on adventures at Disney. My wife got to be a princess at Disney. I got to go on adventures at Disney. I love Disney. And partly because of how much I love Kingdom Hearts. Partly I love Kingdom Hearts so much because of how much I love Disney. But anyway, as we were going, one of the things I was most excited about was getting Kingdom Hearts collectibles. I was like, surely a franchise that they own that's successful, they'll have plenty of stuff at this park for. And my wife was just bewildered. She's like, you're going to the happiest place on earth, and the only thing you can think about is getting stuff for your video game. And anytime I buy, I bought a Fiona Vi figurine off of eBay last year when EverQuest was doing its 20th anniversary stuff. And my wife was like, why? It just sat on my computer desk. I actually bought the Lords of EverQuest PC game, which I really want Dawn or Adam or someone to play and do like a Let's Play for you guys. Because it was I don't know if you remember Lords of EverQuest, but it was that whole strategy RPG of it. But when I bought all that, Ashley's like, why? Ashley's my wife. And I realized that even harder to believe about why grown men want to play video games is a question that's been plaguing us for much longer. Why do people want to collect this silly crap? Why? What's the point? I don't, and this one's a lot harder to answer because I don't even know why. I don't know why I want Kingdom Hearts 2 strategy guide. I mean, everything I need to know about Kingdom Hearts, I could find out on the internet by the time Kingdom Hearts was out. And I hate strategy guides. I hate them. But looking on eBay and looking through these books when they have pictures, it's just so neat. Like the way the layout, and I gotta admit, it would be kind of nice to have a gummy ship read out right there for me. Like, it would be nice to be able to see the gummy blocks and see what they do and how they interact with each other. And a synthesis chart, that would be great, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Kingdom Hearts 2, by the way, is my favorite video game of all time. But I'm sitting there and I'm looking at all this, and why do I buy this? Like, I mean, if I got fluff sitting there, like, I actually mentioned to the Donarom leadership, the tribunal of Donarom, that I could give them their money back for Final Fantasy VII Remake. I got my STEMI check. I'm spending money, baby. But And it's kind of odd. Like, I'm sitting here, and again, there's a pandemic happening outside. Why would I ever think to buy a strategy guide for a 14-year-old video game? That doesn't make any sense, especially when I don't need. I play that game annually. And guys, I think I have the answer to that question. Well, I think I don't have the answer to that question, is what I was saying. And this is going to be more like a Socratic seminar where nobody else talks but me. But it will also be very unlike a Socratic seminar, just in case I'm mistaken on what that actually means. But there's just something cool about, like, because video games become a media we love, like Star Trek fans of yore. The same reason I want this Kingdom Hearts 2 strategy guide is the same reason a guy wanted the old tricorder, which the old tricorders from the original series are the best ones. I also like the original series phasers the best too. But it's the same reason you want one of those sitting in your house, because Adam, the God, what would we call him? The producer at Dawn. He is a frugal to a fault man. No, not a fault. He's a very wise guy. He's very smart with his money. A very finances guy, and he's even confided to me that if there was like a $200 Play Arts Kai statue of Vice from Skies of Arcadia, he would buy it. He would buy that and put it on his mantelpiece. So we all have our vices on that, and Vice, huh? And there's really no better answer than it's just cool to have. Most of my Kingdom Hearts memorabilia is clothing, t-shirts, sweater. My favorite hoodie is actually Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora hoodie. And I have my wallet is always Kingdom Hearts. I always buy a Kingdom Hearts wallet when I run through one. But it's just neat. It's the same, like, you know what? I'm actually looking at my tattoo, which pathetically is a Kingdom Hearts tattoo. It's kind of collectibles. It's the same thing as tattoos. Why'd you tattoo that to your skin? What do you need? Sometimes it could very well be that tattoo holds super special meaning for that person. Other times, and just as valid as an answer, it's my skin and I thought it was cool, dude. Like, I guess that's with collectibles. It's my money and I thought it was cool. It's my bookshelf. I thought it was cool. Like, I know, to describe a certain type of fan of things, I sometimes say Funko Pop, and it's really not fair. I say they're Funko Pop fans, and that's really not fair. It's actually really gatekeepery. Don't be like that. Please don't. You know what? I want you to be better than I am. Dawn our own fan base. And, but honestly, those Funko Pop things are pretty neat. I would, that Goku eating noodles one is actually pretty tight. And, I would probably, if I saw a bundle on eBay, like $15 for Sora, Donald, and Goofy, I would probably pick those up. But, you know, I really did this one to answer the question myself, because I was just sort of waxing philosophical, bored scrolling through eBay, just thinking, you know, why do we do this? Why do we spend $20 on eBay for a lunchbox, a Buck Rogers lunchbox? Why do we do that? It's just cool, man. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, an old school Simpsons shirt from the 90s would be pretty tight too, now that I've got it on my mind. So in any case, I think that there's just... I think it kind of grounds us to... I think a lot of us grew up not being able to afford these things that we liked as children. Now that we got our own house and our own money, I think there's that element of it too. A good buddy of mine from work, actually just recently went to Japan, and he came back with anime statues and Gunpla for my son. Me and my son love Gunpla, and now Gunpla is a very practical one, because not only do you have something cool to put on your shelf afterwards, but you built it with your hands. And we have done high grades, but we are moving on to real grades here soon, which is kind of like a perfect grade on high grade scale. So you build the inner skeleton of the Gundam, and then you build the rest of the armor around it. I'm very excited to get to that. For the first time in my life, I have like an anime table with these figurines and everything, and I have an SSJ4 Goku, a Goku blasting the command. I think I've told you guys this before, but anyway, it's just neat to look at, man. Like, oh, you know what? Ask your granny why she has those figurines in the curio cabinet. She's gonna give you the same answer as this stuff. It's the only valid answer. She likes it, and that's fine. I mean, the same reason old grannies have unicorns in their curio cabinet. But yeah, that was just kind of something that was eating away at me, and it seemed there's a better philosophical answer for why we still want to play video games. They're a narrative art form we still want to enjoy, but why you want an inanimate object that just represents something you like sitting around your house serving no other purpose. I think that's that's a question coming from someone else that would be much harder to answer because there's no practical answer for it. But in any case, I think it's like the tattoos. It's just, I think it's cool. It's my money. I bought it. But in any case, I hope that adds some fuel to your fire when you're explaining to the wife why you bought 17. What are those Doctor Who things? Daleks. Probably got a lot of Doctor Who fans out there. I'm not, but I think it's cool that you guys like it. But in any case, if I'm trailing off, it's because I'm already bored scrolling through eBay again, trying to find that strategy guide. So take it easy, guys.